Hello, this is Martin from seekedge, the channel for learning about trading and investment. Welcome to the pre-market analysis for June 25th, Friday 2021. So, as usual, we are going to see what was the market doing today and what and how can we plan for tomorrow's trading. Let's get into the charts and see what happened in the Nifty 50 index. Yes, finally after 2 days of bearish movement, we have a green candle here today. That green candle that you see there, today's candle, is very much an inside bar. An inside bar, right? An inside bar is an indication of a consolidation, right? So it's not a harami because it's little length here. So I'll just try to tell you the difference here. So a harami, which is a bullish harami, right? Would be at the somewhere in the bottom sector where you have a small candle, right? So this is a harami candle pattern. This is not exactly that, right? This is a pure it's an inside bar, which is probably an indication of some consolidation that is going to come in the coming days. Let's move ahead and see what happened to the bank nifty. What is candlestick? Yeah, so this is again this looks like a spinning top, but I don't think it has any relevance, right? It's a small body candle. It does not have any relevance because it's coming in a sideways zone. Spinning top has relevance, like spinning top is right. Spinning top is a small body candle, right, with equal length at both sides, a small body candle. So this is not this is not very effective, because if it was coming in an uptrend, so this is supposed to come on the uptrend, right? So that is when it could pull the market down, right? Since it's in a sideways movement, it does not have much relevance. But this again is a green candle in the sideways zone. So this is also very much within the larger candle, so it again indicates the consolidation to continue. So what actually happened in the market today? If you look at the 15 minutes time frame, the lower time frames, if you look at, we can see that the market action was happening in this zone, right? So if we are trying to see the moment, so today what basically happened was there was a moment of around 60-70 points, and then it was consolidation. The entire afternoon it was consolidating, and after that it made another 60. So the whole action was half of consolidation and then another half of upward movement, right? This was a gap up, consolidate, right? Gap up, consolidation, then an up move, right? So it made a good 100 points in that, right? Bank Nifty, what was happening is, yeah, I already marked that, had a look at that earlier. So similarly, it had a gap up, and then it had a consolidation after the gap up, right? It was 200-point gap up, and then it was an up move, which again is another 200 I believe. So from there it made another 200 and then finally settled to 250 levels total, up move. Not not anything big that is seen on the Bank Nifty. Okay, so that is the price action that you can see. Let's move ahead and see what is the Bollinger Band saying. Bollinger Bands are saying that there is some kind of sideways movement. There is a volatility contraction that's happening, right? So Bollinger Bands, whenever it comes, right? So this is the standard deviation this side. So whenever it is this is known as a contraction, right? We can see that. So that contraction would mean consolidation, right? Bollinger Bands shows us whether the market volatility is expanding or contracting, right? So here you can see an indication of a contraction that's happening in the Nifty. That means again another indication that consolidation is going to happen. Here you can see that it's a clear consolidation. The contraction of the Bollinger Bands can be seen very clear enough. Support and resistance levels, they remain the same, right? So we can see that. Let me just clear that it's creating problem there. We'll just delete it. Then let's go back to the daily time frame. You can see the support resistance, nothing has happened actually, right? It has taken support and bounced. So it has taken support today also at this very crucial level of, right, 15.6. No, so this is Bank Nifty. Yeah, Bank Nifty also is still the same. Right? This crucial level is 34,600, that's 700, that level. Today also this is what happened. Same way, if you see, Nifty also has taken a moving average support, right? We have the major supports on the 15,600 here. We have the 20 moving average here. So look at that. It has come yesterday also. It had taken the moving average. So this is the major. This moving average would be a good support. First level of support would be that. So if it closes below the moving average, that means yes, an indication, another indication of market going bearish again, right? So that's the support one, and then you have the all other supports that we had marked here were 430 to 400 to 300 level support. Then you have the 15, yeah, so that this is the 400 to 300 supports, right? So then you have above that you have the 15,450 support. That is a major support. This 23 fib 15,450 support, 400 450 support is very crucial. That breaks, then you have a problem. Until then there is no problem. So resistance supports all time high. Beyond that 16k psychological resistance. That's it. Bank Nifty, yes, as I said, it has taken the support. It is at the support level 34,600, that levels, right? And if it breaks, then you have additional supports at 34,200. Then here previous area of 33,900, 34k levels, and then a lot of additional supports even below 33,500. Upwards you have resistances, right? Immediate resistance would be this, right? 35,000 is the biggest resistance, right? This resistance is the only way for Bank Nifty to go up. For that, it has to come out of this Bollinger Bands and then start rising, right? If not, if this is broken, right, this current support of 34,600 is broken, means market is going to be making a bearish move. So support resistance are more or less the same. Nothing has changed from yesterday and today. Momentum divergence. Momentum, what has happened to Nifty is momentum. If you see the momentum of Nifty, if you see, you can see that of this joins creating a bounce up. Yes, so the momentum has taken a bounce, right? It had slightly dipped and then it bounced back, right? So that's a good thing. That bounce is a good thing. So we mentioned that there could be a positive reverse divergence. Yesterday we said bullish. So that is what exactly that happened. It came up here. Now the problem is we have a bearish divergence here, momentum bearish divergence, right? I'll just quickly show you that. So this is the price, right? So the price is going up, price, and here you have the momentum charts, and you see the price, right? This momentum is going down, right? So that is exactly what we call a divergence. It can be bearish or bullish. So this what you see here is yesterday there was a bullish divergence, bullish positive reverse divergence, and today we have a bearish negative divergence, right? Which can pull the market back to the 15,600, 700 area if it works out on confirmation only. Bank Nifty, its momentum is still in the sideways zone, right? What about trend? The trend indicator is in the bearish zone for Nifty and it is not having any strength. Bearish zones not having any strength. Both the same, both are bearish. Now what do we see? So that's all about analysis of the charts and the price pattern, support, contraction, momentum, divergence. That's done with, and let's move ahead and see what is the open interest data of the futures and options. So today we have, we are looking at the futures, the derivative futures build up, of what happened today. What you see here, this is today we had a long build up, right, on Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, I believe, right, green. So a long build up is when price moves up and open interest also moves up, right? Now let's look at what happened in the futures, in the options data. So options data is used for finding the resistance and support levels. The highest call writing is happening at 15,800. It could not conquer that, right? Today there was a fight for that. Even with the Reliance result, since the Reliance went down, 15,800 could not be conquered. So that is where the first resistance would be. After that we have 15,900. Below support levels are very less, not large number of put writings. I'm sorry. This is what 24th June data, which is today's expiry is over, right? So this is for the 1st July next expiry data, right? So 15,800 remains to be the major resistance there. This data, since tomorrow is the first day expiry starting day, it may not be, the open interest data may not be, maybe less accurate, we can say, right? But 15,800 seems to be a major resistance, and then upwards all you have 16,000 and beyond everywhere you have huge resistance. That's call writing that is being built up. So first support is 15,700. Now 15,700 seems to be the highest put writing seems here. So earlier it was 15,500. So that's the difference. The PCR 0.88 for Nifty is not bullish. Bank Nifty, you can see that this seems to be having very high support that is there at 34,800, right? But the higher resistance, call writing is happening at 35,000. That is the hurdle. But you have huge support here, which is something, some indication that probably, and interestingly, it had. Oh, again I am looking at the old data, right? I'm sorry. So yeah, that was today's action that was showing. So let's go back once again. This we saw it correctly, right? From 15,800 onwards you have huge call writing and resistance there. So PCR and all, you can't rely, only tomorrow's data will be correct. Okay. Bank Nifty, again, if you go, you can see that 35,000 remains in this hurdle, right? The next support is 35,500, right? 34,500 and 35,500. That's the same zone where is what is indicating. So PCR is 0.87, which is not bullish. 1.11 here. No, it's not that. Here it's showing the same. Bank Nifty and Nifty both are consolidating. Both PCRs are sideways, not bullish, not bearish, right? So that's what the optimist data is saying. Now volatility, what happened today was, oh, you can see it here. India VIX charts are saying that we had 24, so it dipped in the morning, right? Volatility dropped, right? That's what it says, right? The volatility dropped from the and then it moved up. So finally it settled at more or less the same place, right? Managed to close it at 15. So volatility remains to be flat, very low zones, right? And let's move ahead and see what happened to the foreign institutional data. What does it show? So this is what, 2,900 crores for selling. So whatever they bought earlier, 3,000, they sold it, which is not good. DS instead has been supporting, has been buying, right? 1,300, 1,300. So they've been consistently buying for the last 6 days, which is good. But FIs are buying heavily and then selling heavily, right? It's interesting. Now sector. What about the sectors? What is happening in the sectors today? If you see, you can see that the NBFCs performed bad, right? Pharma performed bad, auto performed bad, right? And FMCG and IT sector remains to be bullish, right? Reliance did not jump up as expected. HDFC is more or less flat or baseline. HDFC, okay, HDFC was flat, but HDFC Bank was in green slightly because of some news. IT was performing, both Infosys and TCS performing. Bank ICICI also was performing. So this IT and bank and HDFC together gave the, you know, gave the 100 points today, you can say. So let's look at the sectors one by one. IT, if you look at wide range, solid bullish candle, right? Very wide range, which is very good. So yeah, so there was a news of the Accenture results. Some positive news on the, from the Accenture side has come out to be very positive. So probably market was anticipating that, and yeah, so that's good for the IT. Metals flat and a dodgy, indecisive. FMCG was bearish today. It was performing 2-3 days back, but for last 3 days it's consolidating, but it's in the bullish zones, right? So IT and FMCG is still in the bullish zone, but kind of small candle and decisiveness in FMCG. Auto is climbing up since after a fall, it is moving up, and but it is in the sideways zone basically, right? Pharma is in the sideways, right? So pharma, auto, metal all sideways. IT, FMCG performing. IT super bullish. USD INR is flat, facing resistance at the previous, right? It's already reached a 74.5 kind of level, so no, so it's taking resistance. It may consolidate around this area, right, unless it's able to go beyond this previous resistance. No action has happened there. Gold again taking a support, right, at a previous support zone, a major support zone, continues to be indecisive doji candles, keeps on forming. Oil is actually shooting up, right? So good news for the oil companies, right? So that may be good for Reliance also, probably, which will come by tomorrow's action, right? So that's all. Yeah, let's look at the global markets also quickly at the time of this recording. SGX is not reflecting the up move, so it is indecisive at this point, flat more or less. Nasdaq is showing bullishness, right? 100 points already up, right? 200 points up on Dow Jones. So US markets are kicking and moving up like anything, right? S&P 500 also bullish, 25 points already up. So something is happening, right? So US global mother market is going bullish, right? But SGX is indecisive, flat. Oil is up, gold is at support, and USD INR is at resistance. So that's a wrap up. So like we saw that looks like there is a consolidation ahead in the markets, right? Market is at support. Nifty is at very good support, moving average support. Bank Nifty is consolidating and going in the range. Yeah, Bollinger Bands also indicate that there is consolidation. Support resistances are there, right? So so positional players can look at those support levels that we already discussed, right, and take the action accordingly whenever it breaks those levels. Momentum is still bullish, back to bullish, still bullish in Nifty, sideways, and there is a bearish divergence in Nifty which can bring the market down temporarily one day. Trend is, it's not bullish, it's bearish for both indices, right? Open interest is showing 15,800 and 35,000 still continues to be the same levels that are acting as hurdles for the short term. Volatility is very low and FIs are not buying heavily and then selling heavily. DIs are continuously buying and supporting the market. Sectors IT is super bullish and dollar is at resistance and gold is at support, right? So global markets, US market is showing great momentum. So that's a wrap up. Actionables could be, since IT is some results news has come in, it may be rallying, IT stocks may be rallying, so that may be something to play. And since tomorrow is a Friday, there will not be any theta decay. So if the markets breaks out of the previous day's high low, you should be going in a directional way, right? With confidence, you can do that. And it does not make sense to go for option selling on Fridays. That's a few pieces of actionables, and that's a wrap up of what I have. Once again, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Your feedback and comments, please leave it, and hit the like button if you like it, and happy learning and happy trading. Bye.